Hello. Is it just me or were there no mods today? Because like I'm on the Mod Hub website and there's nothing that went on today. Which strikes me as a bit odd. Then again, Giants are kind of focusing on, you know, fixing the game. So there is that. Hey Alex and Xander, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully you're having better days than I am. You know those days where you just can't. I forgot to put on my hat. Ah. Yeah. You know those days where you're just like, no. That's me today. That's my day in a nutshell. It's just no. However, let's go Big Dave and do a bit of an intro kind of thing. However, I do have a huge mess that I'm calling my beard. I do have manual attach, and I do have it enabled, and I do have it. I think I've got it bound up correctly because the default bindings on controller are really bad. I'm hoping my internet behaves. So let's jump into game and hope my internet decides to be good. So I do have manual attach ready to go. Which is convenient because there is some stuff that I need to manually attach immediately. Because the fields, they need a cultivator. You assume I got the DM about placeables? I think so. Maybe? Hey, Madzer. Don't know if I still love you. Yeah, bad day. Don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. I'll make it work today. Right, let's hire a worker for you. When am I starting with the survival mod? I'll probably honestly do that on a mob map and have it be like a from the start kind of thing. So that's honey. That's also honey. What is the price of planks looking like? Problems. Good problems to have. Okay, I need to get these bales off the trailer quickly because we got 5,000 per pallet of wood at the moment. So let's just do the oh no. Oh, that's... Oh no. Apparently I unwrapped a bale. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come in here with the accumulator and fix that. That's a problem for later on this evening. Weather doesn't want to cooperate with Wi-Fi. It could be my end, Mads, or my internet's being reliable today. Okay, well it's all like bales stuck there, so I should be able to just hike them. least roll off this. Come on. Wind there's crazy. I mean, I'm not too far from you, and it's not that windy here. I'm not gonna say where I am, but not too far. Right. Let's get the wood sold off. Okay, this needs a manual attach as well, I presume? No? No. Okay, let's get this on. And we'll get going. I'm just going to ignore my internet being bad. Just sums up my bloody day. That's true, yes. Like, is we'll talk. Is the stream watchable? Because I'm seeing my I'm seeing like 18% packet loss. Or 18% server packet loss, at least. And before, there's like a minute of delay before you guys get even hear me. Bad day. Only one stutter, so it's fine. Fine for you. Okay. I'm just assuming the worst today, because that would be in fitting with like how my week is going. I feel like crap, so you're lurking. I know that feeling, Alex. See you, Manzer. You're on Google, so extra time to respond. Fair enough. Right. Let's lower that. Disconnect. This is going to be the first game in a while where I'm actively going to use manual attach, because I really think it has something to add to FS22. Can I load 2 tons at once? No. One ton, yes. 2 tons, no. This could take a little bit. This, by the way, is why I would like a forklift. It's not because a tractor can't do the job, it's because a forklift could do the job better. Some revision you should be doing. Yeah, schoolwork should come first, Xander. Let's get this on properly. I know that I've parked like 3 miles away from the planks, but it's fine. A 36-hour blizzard dropped about 30 centimeters of snow. For anybody watching who doesn't use the metric system, number one, why? Number two, that's about a foot. Very roughly a foot. careful. Yeah, 1 ton's kind of the limit on what I can lift with this. Are these... No, these are 1.1 tons because they're 1,000 litres. But that's really about the weight limit. Let's see if I can flip this. Uh-oh. See if I can get this pallet back up the right way around. Nearly. Just bonk you like that. There we go. Expect to have an all on Thursday evening. On the bright side, the price of agri fuel is lower than expected. I mean, that is a good bright side. That is always a good positive. You know, cheaper, everything is good. Easy. So this is what I was hoping to do yesterday. But the price was inexplicably just very low yesterday and fine today. It appears Giannis is having issues with his... what? Oh, Giannis Alex, did you see that Williams are going to be running in a tribute livery this weekend? Or maybe not livery, but they'll at least be running with a tribute on the car. Personally, I think the cars should be all black. Hey, Saucers. I genuinely think Williams should be running an all-black livery this weekend. Be a nice tribute. Please do, Yanis. It might improve my day slightly. I'll take anything that'll make my day just that tiny bit nicer. I'll take anything that'll make my day nicer, game, not throw a pallet 5 yards. I'm hoping, by the way, that I can even tow this trailer. It'll have about 10 tons on the back. Like, as it stands, it's got 6 tons, 7... Well, as it stands, it's got 5, plus this one is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it should have about 10 tons all told, which I'm not sure this tractor will be able to tow. I know it's definitely beyond what the Fendt can handle. Like, this is a job that only this tractor can even think about doing. How much wood is that? 21,000 litres of wood still left to go through. Yeah, that's fine. So this should bring in about 40,000, which might be... well, it'll be enough to get into greenhouses. should actually be somewhere in the region of 45 plus the 13 we already have. And if we can get into greenhouses, then the money can really start ticking up nicely, hopefully. Okay. Bear in mind, this is also producing a minuscule, but still there, amount of wood chips. Brownie 32k, cheers for the follow. This should, like, this should pay off nicely fairly quickly, just because at 4 grand a pallet, yeah. The 100 grand investment into this place will be very much worth it. Which makes me wonder if greenhouses will pay off as quickly. Something tells me they won't. Okay. Let's get you loaded up. You. Come on. Be. Nice. There. And I am using manual attach. I say that and then forget to manually attach. Okay, how's the Massey gonna do? Oh. Okay, slowly transporty planky. Where am I selling these? Carpentry. Where's the carpentry? Okay, where is the carpentry? Not how much is... I definitely have a tag, Jess. Yes. Oh god, it's down there. That's what I'm thinking, Yanis. This is gonna be a fun trip. So if I follow the main road up past field 40, then hang a left. No, right from there, straight down to the T-junction, and oh boy, the front wheels have next to no weight on them. This is this is gonna be interesting. Scania PL, hello. Hope I caught that button in time. No, 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 no. Oh. Come on, we've got 10,000 liters of planks to move. And the tractor's not happy about it. The rear tires are flat. Come on. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. 0 to 10 November's at Manchester again. Nice. For people wondering why Alex put in random letters, and then I responded by using words instead of those letters, and ignored Liters of planks. Yes, non-perilous. It's about 10, roughly 11 tons of planks. Liters used with liquids? No. Liter, well, yes, liter is generally used with liquids. However, a liter is just a measurement of volume. It's not fixed to being liquids. You can have liters of gases. You can have liters of solids. You could, if you wanted, buy salt by the liter. Doesn't really make sense to do so, but you could. You're being... As am I. I'm just a scientist who's quite pedantic. Liters are generally used with liquids, yes. However, I have had plenty of rucksacks in the past that were measured in liters. Hey, Tech. Get your advent calendar out. Half the windows are boarded off. Nice. Oh, that reminds me. I have an advent calendar. Oh, that'll cheer me up. That'll improve my day slightly. And the fact that I'm still winning that auction on eBay is also nice. So let's set off the wood, see how much we get. I swear, if I was Scandinavian, you would hear me say nay more than anything else. Come on. Am I having a bad day? Come on. Woo. Oh my god, look at the money. Measuring a pallet in volume is silly. However, it's how giants have decided to do it. Can I get... Oh. I want to get onto the roof and not fall through. Thank you. I think there's a collectible up here somewhere. Else, why would you be able to get up here? Apparently just for funsies. Did I play FS19? I've played every farm since FS13 non-Pirellis. Okay, so that's the, yeah, I'm definitely getting into... No, I was in the right place to begin with. Construction, production, greenhouses. And let's go for the large. Let's go. Oh wait, no, I need to zoom. Yeah, I need to zoom out and use anti-sprint to sprint in this view. I also need to remember that north is this way. Oh, there's a little line. Ah, there's a little triangle that indicates north. That's nice. Right, this is going to be my greenhouse area. I'm thinking something like this. Then I need to leave 10,000 over at the end here. So 4 greenhouses should be enough. And I then need to buy... It would be amazing if it was on sale. No. Now I need to buy the water trailer for the water. And which is in animals. I'm just gonna get the small one. I don't think I'll need anything bigger. What's different in this from the earlier versions? More crops. Seasons is now default. I don't know why I said default in such a weird way. Seasons is now default. Production chains are now default, which is why I'm getting greenhouses. I want to try and get into as many production chains as possible. What else are the major changes? Like, the biggest and most noticeable one is seasons. There's a lot of under-the-hood changes that are kind of... They're not stuff that I can show you, Paredes. It's... like... I was doing the... I was given early access by Giants, which is why I've got this awesome farm sim hat. Shout out Giants. But one of the things I kept saying was it feels so much different. And once people started playing the game as well, they said, yeah, no, I see what you mean. It's like indescribably different from previous games in the way things handle. And it feels different. It doesn't feel like a traditional farm sim game, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but there's no real good way to describe a feeling. Oh, also, it's already got manual attach in. Modded in. It's not default. Right. How do I choose which goes into these? Okay, do I need to go... Open the door, please. Okay. Manage production plant. And I want to go all out on lettuce. And lettuce. And lettuce. And lettuce. Okay, so it's shouting at me because there's no water. That's fine. That's what I'm going to get now. And it is the first time since FS13 that there's no quad track in the base game, yeah. Okay, I am going to do some prettying up of the greenhouse area. I should also pay back a bit of the loan, shouldn't I? There we go. There's a more realistic... Well, I say more realistic. There's an idea of how much I have now. It's minus 95,000 still. But with the Palnks, yes, with the Palnks playing, I really am having a bad day. With the planks paying that much, there we go, Dave. You can English occasionally. With the planks paying that much, and now the addition of the. Oh, I can just go over here. There's a little pond over here that I can steal water from. Wonderful, free water. The greenhouse is now, well, not yet, but beginning production soon. Should be able to make some pretty good money. I hope. Is there an indicator on the front here of how full this is? Like, that looks like it should be a fill indicator. Doesn't seem to be. The tractor's also sliding down the hill slightly because it's... the weight of the trailer's increasing. Oh, one more thing that Giants put in that kind of gets overlooked. Everything now has what I think is a relatively correct mass, apart from logs for some reason. But like this trailer, it has 7.3 tons of water in it. It is now 7.3 metric tons heavier than it used to be. I'm just hoping that going all out on lettuce is a good idea. Because, like, when there's a good lettuce... Where am I from? Ireland. Thomas Aaron. It's pretty... Bit of Irish. Not very good at it. Fun fact, Ireland has its own language that basically nobody can speak. Like, we're all supposed to learn it in school, but nobody really remembers any of it. Okay. Fill this with water. How much water does this take? Oh, right. Yeah, really glad that I built... Ay. Where's the nearest pond? Down by... Honestly, it's the one by the shop, isn't it? Yeah, it's the one by the shop is nearest. If I just put a trailer load into each, they'll all at least get going. And they'll keep going for a while. Hopefully. Yeah, lettuce puns are fine with the lettuce, because let us see what happens. Let us wonder if... Like, I can't... There's no way I can fill out of the little stream, is there? Like, that would be too convenient. I might try that next round and see if we can fill from the stream. Because, like, this is obviously a body of water. I'm kind of wondering if the stream would be deep enough. Yeah, this definitely feels like it should be a fill gauge. Is there any way of telling from inside the tractor how full this thing is? No. So the only way to see would be to literally hop on top and open the lid. I'm gonna call it a lid. Oh yeah, another bit. I'm kind of remembering the big features of FS22 as I'm going along here. Another big thing, every sound has been changed. Everything... This adds to the feel, I guess. And it's probably part of the reason it feels different. Everything sounds like it should. Also, wear has been, like, separated from paint damage. So, you can wear your tractor, like, you can keep repairing your tractor, but just let the paint wear down and never repaint it, which, yes. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Giants. That was one of my favorite features of Seasons. I will say, though, Seasons-based game, slightly detuned, I'll call it, from like what you'd be used to from the mod. There are certain features that are missing, but it's... You know, it's the base game. You don't expect everything to be there from a mod. Also, I've made a mess with the conventional bales that are new. How dare you remove points? That was off just for early access. I want to rebalance the prices of stuff as well, so... There we go. That worked really well. Okay, let's... Really quick. See if I can do at least a bit of landscaping just so this all makes a bit more sense. painting, and I want not animal mud, not dirt. Why can I not? Gravel. Asphalt, that's what I want. Because what I'd like to do is just... For some reason it's not letting me paint correctly, so this is going to be a bit wonky. Just build in like this. Then just little dabs like this. Actually, let's just make, let's make all of this asphalt here. We hopefully will have the money. Because I kind of feel like if we're doing a greenhousey, industrially kind of area, that it makes sense for it to all be asphalt that looks suspiciously like concrete. I kind of want to keep the idea of the grass verge there as well, where I can. Oh, this is way more convenient. And also hilariously expensive. I'm out of money. Okay, can I... It's experiment time, everybody. Can I refill the water from this teeny tiny stream? Will it let me do this? No. So I do need to go over to the pond by the shop for now. Like, I do have over here a water tanker, but I'm pretty sure it's empty. Either that or it costs money. Has this got water in it? I don't know. Start filling. Yeah, that is empty. Alright, over to the pond by the shop we go. Because that's free water and I have no money left. Oh man, I'm gonna have to manually cultivate. Do the... Okay, let me... So... That's 64 per hour of lettuce being made for 128. What was I trying to look at here? Ah, yes. I want this screen. Needs lime. Okay, so all the fields need lime. There is the little pond by field 55 that might actually be slightly easier to get to. Okay, why is it not letting me start filling? Something has gone slightly awry. Okay, let's dip it in a bit further. Maybe not that far. Start. Excuse me? It's not letting me fill this now. Let's put it out of the water real quick. Hydrate. Perfect timing, Alex. I need to reload the game. That's what I'm going to do to try and fix it. I'm going to reload the save. There we go. While that's happening, I have a penknife that just fell off the advent calendar because I forgot it was there. I have an advent calendar that makes me invisible. Advent calendar. Today, if memory serves, is December 1st. Yes. So let's use the scissors. Yeah, just put a knife down to use the scissors. What? Why do you ask? Let's see what chocolate I've got. It's Cadbury's Heroes, and I like most of these. I'm hoping for like a Dairy Milk or Twirl. Caramel or Eclair would also be nice, or Whisper. What's in Dave's Advent Calendar at episode 1? That's kind of what I'm doing here, just as a bit of fun. Okay, where's 1? That's 6, that's 15. Here's day 1, it's behind the crunchy. And the double decker. And today is, today is a disappointment. Because I'm not a big fan of Cadbury's cream eggs. I'm sure there are lots of people that are fans of Cadbury's cream eggs that are very happy today who have the Cadbury Heroes Advent Calendar, assuming every one of them has the same chocolate. I'm not one of them, but I will still eat the cream egg. I guess it's not actually bad, I'm just not the biggest fan. Tune into tomorrow's stream where we find out what's on December 2nd. Game's still loading. Hey, Paulie, you've just missed me eating a cream egg. For no reason. Right, the game's still loading. Okay. Let's see if I can get the trailer to now fill. No, is there a certain amount that you can take per day from this? Because it's not filling. What? Oh my god, it charges you. That's what's wrong. Let me just verify this now. We've got 49.54. So, like, do you need to have money to take water out of this? Is that what I'm hearing here? That's why it wouldn't fall. So it costs nothing, but you need a non-negative amount of money. Okay, it makes sense. The Ditcha-free water isn't free. You need to have positive money. Apparently it's owned by a rich guy who's just like, you don't have money, you can't, no, you can't even look. Can't even look at the puddle. Oh, you got $5? Oh. As much water as you want, free of charge. So power tools for... Saucers, I have dev mode enabled. spoke about this yesterday, actually. No, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. Because yesterday I was minding the cat all day. But I said, I've got DevTools enabled. I could cheat in 5 million or 50 million or 500 million right now, buy every field on the map, and do whatever I wanted and probably not have a whole lot of fun. Or I could play this legit and talk through the decisions I'm making with regards to what I'm buying and what I'm not and why I'm making certain decisions and have a lot of fun. And I prefer to do it this way. So which of these has water? You apparently do. The front one does. 72, 73, 72, 81. Is it this one? Yeah. So on the bright side, I can finish the construction efforts. Leave about 25k. See, I just used what I was given to begin with. I used the starter equipment to get the equipment that I wanted. Oh, this one's also empty. Okay. I'm trying to think here. Do I do that or do I do that? Do I cultivate and start working towards getting more fields, well, getting seed into the field? Or do I clean up this mess? I'm thinking cultivating, because that's not cleaning up a mess that I accidentally made. This sounds like the desert level on, like, every game. Like, insert name of game here, desert level. That's the name of this song, I bet. A video on Twitter a while ago. Alex, you know my memory. You know that I, at this point, don't remember that video. Sounds like an early Need for Speed song. Yeah. Could you imagine running this quickly, like Naruto running through the water? Best that I don't remember it. You'll have to send it me again, Alex. I want to remember it. Right. Can... I have a dumb idea. It's probably not going to work. As it turns out, Baby Fent does not care. I had a sneaking suspicion that it'll work, but didn't think it actually would. Right, let's just drive back through the pond here. So if I go across here, that'll bring me in just to the south of field 48 and I can turn off. Yeah, it's fine. I definitely have the hoses attached, don't I? Yeah, because I kind of need brakes. Brakes tend to be vaguely useful in when you're driving something around. Oop. The forks got stuck in the ground there briefly. So I presume the lettuce is just gonna, like, spawn there. Stop. And fill. Okay, so that's all 4 working. Let's just attach you right here. And is there a contract I could do that would bring in decent money? Field 42 would be a good contract. Let's do that. I'm assuming, by the way, that I have enough fertilizer to do Field 42. Where is Field 42? Oh, it's just over there. Okay, attach. Attach pipes, or the hoses. There we go. In fact, if I go out this way, this will actually be a slightly faster way to get there. Because then it's, yeah, just across the bridge there. What other fields have contracts here? Actually, yeah, they're all really not worth doing. Field 42 is only worth doing because it's so close to base. And worth a couple of grand. Okay, there we go. I'm looking forward to actually being able to, you know, farm a field this size soon. Having the planks and the cabbage being produced now should help. When is the best price for cabbage? Or lettuce, whatever. I always mix up cabbage and lettuce. February. Which is convenient-ish because the oats and straw sell in January. And yes, I am selling only when the price is best because, like, sure, it means there's more time spent loading the trailers. But it also means that I get more money for the crop. You know, I make more profit more quickly that way. And seeing as I'm doing this legitimately, I figure min-maxing payments is probably the best way to go. Especially when it's like selling crops. Which begs the question, is my grass idea actually a good one? Yeah, workers completed their task. That's fine. I need to start naming the AI workers. I've decided. I want to give them names so that I'm not just saying, ah, worker G. Like, that could be Gary or Jennifer with a G, who's secretly a bit of a hipster. Maybe a Gina. Gwen. So I think I might start naming the hired workers just for the hell of it, really. We should be close to having this contract complete. Or not, as the case may be. Okay, it should hit 100% before we get to the end of the field. I'm just waiting for the little green notification to pop up so I can turn this off. There we go. Field complete. $3,000 for free. Well, not for free. I spent fertilizer on it, but still. The next job is, yeah, just cultivating, really, at this point. Actually, I'll set an AI on the cultivating, because I do need to fix the bales. Like, that is a job that does need to be done. I need to... Okay, this is very unhappy at being sent off at full acceleration. Yeah, this can cultivate, but it can't drive with the cultivator. Got it. I'll leave it be the AI's problem. Who are you? C and... You look like a Chad. That's Chad. Right, let's use the Porsche to pick up the bales, because I don't really... I don't really need massive amounts of speed. Like, it's basically going to be sat there. Instead of worker doing a large field with only the vineyard equipment. I mean, that's definitely a thing you could do. Is it a thing you should do? Probably not. This might not work, actually, because I can't hook up the hoses. Or it will work, okay. It technically means I've got no brakes on the trailer, but it's so heavy and the tractor's so small that it doesn't actually matter. The tractor kind of frictions itself to death as soon as I lay off the throttle. This poor little Porsche. I'm hoping that picks up all the bales here. It didn't pick up this one. I'm doing this the dumb way. Hang on. Why do things the way that you're supposed to when you can just fling bales at it and hope for the best? How many bales did I accidentally cut open? Because it's... Did I accidentally cut open like 3 or 4 of them? It's increasingly looking like I did. But I mean, at least these conventions are small and light enough that I can just bring them to the accumulator as opposed to having to drive. Like, I could probably just stack these into a trader or something. Call it good. But, it's a bit more fun to just kind of make this work. Oh no, it's done the thing. Yep. That's less than ideal. I'm going to use a bale to push that over. Remember I said the other day there's a bug that the accumulated bales sometimes just drop through the bottom of the thing? Yeah. It should have its collisions back now, though. Yeah, it does. Brownie with the hydrate. I will hydrate in a moment. Let's just try and scoot a couple of bales over at the same time here to allow for some hydration technology to occur. There we go. Perfect. Speedrun Stratio. Yeah, this could be going better, but I mean, it could be going worse. Just get this going here. Oh no, did any of the bales fall into the lower area? That's a problem I didn't think could be a problem. Is that 14 now? That's 14. Okay, you sit there. So, did I open 4? Oh my god. Why did I... like... It's happened again. Right. Grab a pusher bale. And push. No, not that way. I want you to push that way, kind of. Yeah, that works. Let's also just spin this around a bit. That might work. Let's see if I can just lob bales at it. Oh, this is... Aha! I have made this more efficient. How to efficiency. Throw Just throw bales at it. It'll be fine. And then use one bale as a sweeper bale. To sweep them all... Okay. To sweep them all up into the collection area. Don't go into the floor. Do that. And these last few... That's fine, I'll pick that one up in a second. No. There. And there. Now I need to go underground to see if any bales managed to escape into the underground. If they did, I'm not seeing them. Cool spot is back. Nice. Wow, 3 times in a row it did that. Right. Now, the next job is gonna be... moving the cultivator into the other field, which I think I'll use the Massey for. Just because the Fent is very unhappy with it. Cool Spud is the ruler of the Spud army. I mean, okay, if that's your lore. Right, let's move the Fent out the way. Oh yeah, I need to detach, lower, detach. Pull this away. We should all worship Cool Spot? That's a bit extreme. Attach. Attach. Yeah, manual attach I'm liking. Although the key bindings it had when I installed it and gave it a very first try just before the stream were bad, so I rebound them. Like, I kept opening up the build menu because apparently the build menu is left bumper and select. Or L1 and select. I used to be a PlayStation guy. Don't judge me by using PlayStation terminology while I'm using an Xbox controller on PC. I judge nobody, and I'm wrong basically 100% of the time. Right. So that's on the go. The next question is, what crop do I even want to seed? Like, I could put down grape. I can't afford grape brownie. As much as I'd love to put down grape, I don't think I could afford it because you need to place that. I don't want to put down oats again because I've done 2 rounds of oats in a row. I'm torn between... Do you know, I think I might put down a round of sorghum. How much is sorghum worth? Sorghum. Yeah, this is one of the worst periods for sorghum sales, and it's worth 1100. Yeah, let's put down sorghum, which requires... It's an April planting season. Okay. So that's time where we can sell the crops and get the greenhouses kind of figured out, which is fine. I just want to finish doing my little bit of painting here. So you will have to apologize, or excuse me for a minute or two here while I just finish prettifying this area. And by prettifying, I mean probably ruining. Okay. Now just up this side. And along there like that. Decorations. Now, I want these to definitely get lots of light, so let's just make sure that our lettuce gets plenty of light. Why, yes, I do plan on growing them in a stadium. What's the best way I found to make money? Planks so far. Production chains, generally, are insanely good for making money. Can you actually climb this? Oh, neat. What does germinated mean? It means that the... How to explain germinated, how to explain germinate. The crops have been planted and the seeds have taken and formed sprouts. So there is a chance if you... There's a... Back up. The reason that there's this planting season and the harvesting season... Planting season basically means if you plant outside of these times, the crop won't germinate. It will not sprout. It will not grow. If a crop once a crop germinates, that means it's growing now. You've got a crop. If it doesn't germinate, it's not going to grow. You ain't got a crop. So like grapes and olives, you have to put it in March to May. Or up to June for olives. And they got a quite short harvesting season. But then like grass, you can basically plant wherever you want, just not in winter. Think of it like it's kind of Farm Sim's way of simulating that crops like having certain temperatures and environmental conditions before they will grow well. And it's Farm Sim's way of doing that. The heck is this even for? Can I get rid of that? Because like nope, it just lives there. Do you have to buy a sawmill? If you want to get planks, yes. If you don't want to get planks, no. AI Worker I has completed their task. Somehow I doubt... you've missed a bit, AI Worker I. Look at how much they've missed. Look, the whole triangle of the field just Abandoned. Ignored. Felt to feel inadequate. Made to feel inadequate. Yeah, I'm thinking the grass idea might be good just because the AI workers don't seem to like this field. Which is arguably a dumb reason to put grass into a field, but it's my reason and it doesn't have to make sense. Plus, the default grass fields are like miles away. I'd like to get sheep going. Saucers, that would be an idea, but it would be... It would be very overpowered. It would, like... The way that the production chains are balanced is that you spend time to make more money. It's one of the reasons that I think potatoes are the best crop in the game if you're willing to spend the time on them. Production chains are balanced so that you're gonna make more money by using a production chain than by selling a crop straight off. That's the way that it works. However, you're not gonna make that money instantly. You're gonna have to wait for... In the case of the sawmill, you're gonna have to wait for them to process the wood. And you get a certain amount of wood chips, which is small because they're kind of trying to simulate the sawdust. And quite a large number of planks, because that's what logs get cut up to get cut up into in a sawmill. If you had a chainsaw that could make planks, you would be able to skip the time step there and just make insane amounts of money. Taking them so long for them to grow that you can't make money. Yeah, Paulie, what I did was I took out 100,000 loan. It wasn't the best idea, but it worked. I took 100,000 loan out, bought the sawmill, and just cut down a couple of trees, fed them in, and it's gonna go for a little while now. I need to get the bale fork now. I'm gonna put this fork like right in front of this shed just so that I know where it is. Because the pallet fork is a incredibly useful tool in FS22 as it turns out. The bale fork is useful too. Do contracts? Yeah, if you want to make the most money you can as quickly as you can without taking out a massive loan, save up enough money to get a fertilizer spreader and do fertilizer contracts. They're the best money per time spent. Or like spraying contracts for herbicide. Those two sets are the best money you can make per the time you put in. Alright. Grab Massey. And I'm planning on skipping through to January to make all of the money ever off the bales and the oats. It's not like it used to be harvest after harvest, one day growing season. Yeah. That's kind of the point of using seasons, is it kind of adds a new level of difficulty to the game that wasn't really... It was there before if you modded it in, but it wasn't in the base game before. Andre021967, cheers for the follow, my dude. Like, I'm the kind of guy who will mod in extra difficulty. Like, I've got the survival difficulty mod. I plan on using that. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun, honestly. But it's not going to be for everybody because it's just, you know, makes the game more difficult. It's much better the way that it is now. Yeah, like it's gonna be. There's gonna be people who love seasons. There's gonna be people who hate seasons. The way I look at it is, you enjoy what you enjoy. If seasons is what you enjoy, great. Then have seasonal growth turned on. If not, have it turned off. One thing I wish that Giants did do is have withering enabled as an option, or withering kind of disabled. Have the option to disable it, not enable it. Because it kind of makes multiplayer a bit more difficult. Hello, cheese. Your console player, you don't get the mods. The PC guys get. Paulie, you will get, and this isn't me just saying something. Yeah, this isn't me just talking out my ass. You will get the vast majority of mods the PC gets that are good. Like there'll be some that are brands that Giants don't have licenses to, or obviously scripts. But the vast majority of the top tier mods you'll get. Like by and large, there are some exceptions that I have that are from either people that I know I can trust to not screw about with mods, or modding teams that that I know I can trust that might have wonky versions, but it's worth the risk. I generally use the mod hub. And on PC, that's limiting me to probably less than 1% of the mods available. However, here's the reason I use the mod hub and intentionally deprive myself of probably the majority of all PC mods. The mod hub, you know you're getting a mod that's been tested and that is more likely than not to going to work with all your mods. On a random mod site, you run the risk of a mod just not working or being a virus on some certain sites. So it's easier and safer for me, a lot easier, because there's a whole lot less troubleshooting since I started this in FS19. To just say, I'm just going to use the mod hub, it's easier. Download the mods from the mod hub, hey look, they all work, that's fine. When I was using other sites, I used to have to, bring all my mods into a separate save and make sure they all played nicely together, and then figure out which ones conflicted with which other ones, and disable the ones that conflicted with each other, and then try and edit them so they worked properly. It's just a pain in the butt. Like, it teaches you modding, but for all the wrong reasons. Like, I can read the log. I know what's going on with the log. Which is useful if there is a problem. So 1, 2, 3 straps should be enough. Can the Fent pull this? Kind of, but not well. So let's play it safe and use the Massey. Also, if you're on PC, strongly recommend manual attach. And if you're on PC using a controller, strongly recommend you rebind the controls. Because mine, at least, defaulted to some really wonky controls that did things they weren't supposed to. Let's get this on the trailer, switch it off, and then skip. We'll skip to August. Forgot that I'm using manual attach. Yeah, manual attach released yesterday. Jeez. Is that now just wedged in the ground forever? Let's... Didn't know that not all the mods PC players use were not in the mod hub. Most people will use mods from wherever they can find them. I'm not one of those people. Let's bring it through till the first half of August. 9 AM. That's my go-to time. Right, so this should now be... I should now be in multi-day seasons. I am not. Did I forget to actually save that option? No, I'm in multi-day month. Oh, in the next season! Right. So if I bring it through till September, which won't cause a problem... You use almost any site. Yeah, I used to, but the amount of troubleshooting I had to do just... God, I'm... Is this what I do for a living? Technically, yes. Actually, I don't make a living at all. Yeah, there we go, September 1st. What does the... Didn't mean to do that, but saving the game is always a good option. Okay, so we're looking at... January for everything still. Okay. I don't mind going into a bit of debt here. It might sound ridiculous. That's fine. That's anticipated. C3 WKK, cheers for the follow. Twitch subs are a bit cheaper now. Oh, did you get local pricing up? Okay, how did that... Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay. Lettuce produces way more than I thought. How much is a forklift? It says 20% off. Oh, they might be running an offer. 37,000 or... I don't have enough money at least. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to buy a forklift as soon as I can. Like, with the lettuce production, I need to buy a forklift. There's no, oh, is it a good idea? Isn't? I need to. I need to have a dedicated machine just to move the lettuce. Okay, and that's... This is now probably going to have even... Okay, they've all run out of water. And I'm on negative cash. And I can't get more water because my cash is negative. Oh, God. What is... Okay, how bad is the straw price right now? We're in October. It's not the worst. Let's sell the straw. I need to make money, so let's sell the straw. Should be able to do it by hand, Grimoire? You can't with the honey. Oh hell, you can. But like, still to load it onto the trailer, I'm going to need a forklift. And I still, I'm still gonna sell off the bales. They need to go. I need to get money together for water so that I can make even more lettuce. And just the sheer bulk of the amount of them, I'm gonna want to get a forklift. Like, it's... Still need water. Yeah, that's why I'm setting off the bales. I need to... This is gonna sound ridiculous. I can get the water for free. Hey, 40, I can get the water for free. That's not an issue. Problem is, you can't get the water for free if your money is negative. I need to sell the bales so that I can have a non-zero, well, non-negative amount of money so that I can get water for free. Logic. Right. Let's get these over to the biomass plant. Oh! Thank you, sir. May I have another? Right, so it's down here, and then a turn at field 59. Let's go in cap for this. Because I love the in-cab noises now. I'm much more likely to go in cab now than I was in 19, because there's just little rattles and bangs that weren't there before. So we're selling 84,000 litres for 100 per 1,000 litres. So we should make 8,000 ish, 9,000 from this sale. You can just hear me mashing the A button. I'm not mashing any button. Did you see the tractor just hunker down and all the bales hit the trailer there? Like, it full on just sank. So we got 10 grand to play with now. We can get some water, we can get... Is it worth selling off? Hang on a second. Is it worth selling off some of the lettuce? It totally is. At the grocery mart. So if I sell off the lettuce that I've got, here's my idea. If I sell off the lettuce that I've got, I should... be able to buy a forklift ? I'm in no way sure of that. But in theory, I should at least make back 10 to 15 grand from the lettuce that's already been produced. I do need to attach the pallet fork, though. I'll give a demonstration of why on earth, despite having a tractor with a pallet fork, I want to get a forklift. Because there's a problem that I've seen that I think you guys might not have noticed yet. That's the reason I want to get a forklift. It's not just me being insane. Also, Alex, I see the hydrate. I will hydrate at the yard. Actually, I'll hydrate on this straight here, because... I'm only here to say hi. Bye, farming boy. Rude! Here we go. Hydration time. There we go. Hydrated. Hydrated, lubricated. By the way, that is... I do just have a giant bottle of water. And beside me, I've got a 5-litre drum of water to fill the bottle that's sat there. 5-litre drum is over that side. Bottle's that side. Farmerson hat is there. He's a nice hat. This, like... I'm sure there's a couple of you that might think I'm wearing this just as a joke. No, I like this hat. It covers up the fact that I'm balding really quickly. And really badly. And I'm a bit more conscious of that at the moment because I've... many reasons I'm just conscious of myself at the moment. Right. Let's... Oh, hang on a second. I might not need a forklift. Also, can we just marvel at how... how well I've placed them that they actually look neat. I will need the pallet fork though. Eee, don't ram into everything. You might see me tomorrow, hopefully. I know I can lift them by hand. Hydrate becomes saturate. I mean, that's fine. I'm going to need the loo shortly anyway, so... no big deal. See, even if I lift them by hand and stack them by hand, I'm going to want to move the stacks all at once. So let's see if this is going to work. Also, I am aware... Was that a field where I put the greenhouses? Yes! I figure I can make more money out of the field if it's just got greenhouses in it. Because it's so small that you barely make anything out of it. By default. Hydrate? Give me a sec, give me a sec. Oh, no. Give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out how to move these pallets in a sane way. Because... okay, maybe by hand is the best way. Park you here. We'll hydrate now. There's actually 2 I need to redeem, so... 1 and 2. Don't mute the microphone by mistake. Right. It's I want to try and get as many pallets as possible onto this trailer, so I am going to be filling it up relatively slowly and in a somewhat picky manner, because the fields disappear when you build. No, good question. Yes! It's not showing this as a field anymore. Like, the number's still there, but the brown is gone. The field's just so damn small that it's very hard to notice. Right, so can I fit these 3 wide? Yes, so... how deep can I get these? Because, like, there is a lot of lettuce that needs to be moved. Yeah, FS22 has an updating PDA, which is interesting and different. Because, SFTN pointed that out in it was a Facebook last night or this morning. Time is becoming a a vague concept to me. I barely know what day it is anymore. Looks like GJ4 one. Kind of, if you use the circle map. Circle PDA. So we can fit 1, 2, 3, 4. We can fit 12 per layer. It's December 1, 221. Yes. Okay, let's see. If I was using a forklift, this might actually be going faster. Also, I realize that I'm taking all of these pallets from literally the exact same place. So, this could take a while. An auto-load trailer would be amazing right about now. Okay, is that... Okay. It's everything from slot 1 of the first... Oh god, of the first of 4 greenhouses. No auto-load? Not yet, as far as I'm aware. Right, let's get you there. AFK for a bit. Fair enough, saucers. Do you guys want to start working out how much I'll make per trailer? Base game auto load? I don't think so. Plus, this isn't necessarily a trailer that's designed for this. This is a flatbed trailer that's more intended for vehicles than for what I'm using it for, which is... I don't know if it's intended for utility. But myself and Landy kind of independently came up with the idea this is a fantastic utility trailer that can be used for basically anything. There we go. I'm fairly sure there's a lot of people who've had the same idea of just use this cheapest low loader as a utility trailer. Is there another stack trailer? I don't know, Paulie. There might be. There might be. I have no clue. The pallet physics better now. Yeah, the pallets tend to stick a bit better to the forks. I'm just doing this by hand because the tractor isn't really precise enough for what I'm trying to do here. It's a great trailer. It's arguably... well, it's definitely the best trailer I've used in the game. And usually I'm very much of the opinion a trailer is a trailer is a trailer, but this one is particularly good. Okay, so that's the first greenhouse emptied. Yeah, Rookie, your farmer in Farm Sim can lift. He's apparently an Olympic gold medalist caliber powerlifter who also happens to coincidentally be a farmer. Don't question it, it's just the way things are. Keep stacking like this and my FPS will go to 5? Well, how low can we go? In fact, how low can we go? We're at 40. Oh, 30 in fact, if I'm looking at the stack. Hey, on the bright side, at least I knew in advance that stacking a lot of these in one spot will cause FPS issues. I'm just kind of seeing if I can get away with this, because I need to move all of these. I can see why SFTN was saying, hey, maybe the best idea is just to sell them at the end of every day. Because, as it turns out, you get an excessive amount of of crop from these. I think I'll stop when I start hitting stable. Oh yeah, I should probably stop in a second and just go sell these off. And then see if I can't get like a forklift or a skid steer. Like, I think I've done well with the loading here. I'm just strapping them down lightly here so that I can attach the tractor without it being too angry. Could I use the... Hang on, could I use the Fendt for this? Using the pickup truck to transport? Oh god, yeah. Manual attach, Dave. So that's 4,800 liters of... This should be 12 to 13,000. Ish. 12 to 13,000 just in this trailer alone. And it's not that long of a drive. I'm presuming there is in fact no auto load. So, Joker Tickle, you seem to be a bit further in than me with production chains. Is it a good idea for me to get a forklift? Just like generally speaking. Because I'm thinking the answer is yes. Okay, my calculation was way off. You would say yes. Chris says yes. Many times over, yeah. I was thinking the same. Don't think there is auto load yet. When there is, they bet. I should mention. I am, after deciding that the lettuce is a spectator sport and it grows in a stadium. Hence the giant floodlights. How much did I get? 17,000. I actually guessed quite a bit under the actual price. What happens if I load them this way? Because I loaded them the other way around last time. These are gonna just magically spawn in front of me here, that's fine. So if I get another trailer load out, and I am loading this one slightly differently. But if I get another trailer load out, that should be good enough to buy a forklift so I don't need to do this by hand again. Is it hard economy? No, I'm using easy economy. This is my learning save, rookie. I usually go with hard economy and, you know, go all out to make the game as difficult for myself as I can. This is my learning save where I'm kind of getting to grips with the game. Once I'm on mod maps, normal service for me will effectively resume. Let's just do that. Make it a bit easier to load. People who've been around for a while will tell you, rookie, that I come up with some challenges for myself that can be borderline impossible. I always make them work, but they are intentionally difficult. Okay, can I fit another 2 pallets on here? Thought 17k for that load of lettuce is a bit too high. Hard economy seems to be much closer in real life. Yeah, that's why I generally play with hard economy. How about the survival mode? I have downloaded that, Chris. I do plan on using that. That looks a lot of fun. That looks like just a one mod challenge. But me being me, I'm not going to just use the one mod. I'm going to have as many mods to make this game a bit more difficult as I can. Because just playing generic, hey, let's buy all the biggest equipment, that's not my style. I really enjoy Farm Sim as this hideous struggle bus of desperately trying to keep above water. Like, there's a reason that I never have any money in game. I like spending it as soon as I've got it, because I'm so used to having kind of a survivalist playstyle. Like, I will start off with, like, new farmer and use some various cheats to get the game the way that or the save the way that I want to before starting off. I got too much time on my hands? Paulie, trust me, I don't have anywhere near enough time on my hands. How can you pick up the lettuce? By using the pick up object button. It weighs 200 kilos. The limit for picking stuff up is 200 kilos. Rookie 31st, cheers for the follow. Your name seems familiar. Have I... like... no, I'm not said. Have I seen you somewhere before? Like, what streams do you usually hang out in? Because I feel like I've seen or heard your name before, Rookie. Fabio, that's right. That's it. Yep. Immediately with the correct one, yeah. Do you also watch Slant Alpha? Could have sworn I saw you in one of his streams as well at one point. I don't watch Fabio as much as I maybe could or should. I'm usually busy trying to get a stream ready or desperately trying to chill out for an hour. Oh, good God. Do you put lime on the field before you plant? What you do before you plant, Devin, is you go into... Ooh, the game got very angry there. You go into this screen with the soil composition filter open. If you see that a field needs lime, you put lime in. And yeah, if you do need to put lime down, you do have to do it before you plant. Once you've seeded the field, the game basically locks in the soil composition for purposes of calculations. So this should be another 17 grand or so. Unless I want to go for a third line of lettuce, but I think that might be pushing my FPS a bit much. If you roll the field after, do you get a better crop? That's something that I don't know and want to find out. Okay, no problem. I might not know everything about FS22, but the bits that I do know are kind of... cheers for the follow, Evan. The bits that I do know, I know. I'm kind of... You might occasionally see me just asking somewhat bizarre questions to chat because I'm trying to figure out a system and wondering if an exploit I've just thought up will work. So, like, I was trying to weigh up what production chain to get into, and what was it the last few days? Like half an hour or so of me just saying, is greenhouses really worth it? Are greenhouses definitely worth it? Should I do greenhouses? And now I've done greenhouses and they're worth it. Oh boy, are they worth it. Hey, folding. Like, they're so worth it I don't even need to wait until the good price. Because my FPS won't like it. Okay, let's get this lettuce sold off. Or cabbage or whatever it is. This salad good. What production chain does this hook into? Fast food. The farmer's market might be a production chain. Kind of simplified. It is simplified because I was under the impression that you absolutely had to have manure. So 45,000. I need, what was it, 47 for a forklift? 37 for a forklift. Let us buy a forklift. And let us pay off a bit of loan. I took out more loan. Whoops. So let's get this back over to the yard. We'll go grab the forklift. Many things to simplify. Farm Sim Rookie isn't intended to be a Microsoft Flight Sim style simulator. And I've said this to the devs themselves. Like, Farm Sim is very much a simcade, and it's hitting that happy medium where it is actually a proper simcade. It's a kind of a wonderful mix of simulator and arcade, where the realistic stuff is realistic enough that you can mod in more realism, and the arcade stuff is simple enough that you can get a really nice entry-level kind of introduction to Farm Sim if you you know, you don't know anything about farming. You can just jump in and you will understand the game fairly quickly as a new player. It's kind of like Flight Sim, to use that example, is much more hardcore, but because you have to learn how to fly a plane first, effectively. The learning curve for Flight Sim is much steeper than for Farm Sim. But, exactly why we need autoload. Yeah. Somebody will mod it in, Rookie, don't worry. Somebody always does. It'll just be a little bit for people to figure out how to do the more complicated scripts. The ones that are in there at the moment are pretty basic scripts. Yeah, the in-game scripts right now are reasonably basic. They're not simple by any means, but as scripts go for Farm Sim, they're relatively basic. Why is that loose? It probably shouldn't be loose. Right, let's try loading with the forklift. Because in theory, with the forklift, I can stack and then bring these around as we go. In practice, possibly not, but it's worth giving this a try. This lives in a little divot, I've just realized. Okay. Maybe should have leveled this field before I started putting down the greenhouses. New farmer folding. I always start new farmer. Like, even with my challenges that I do, when I make the game as hard as possible, I start new farmer, because if I'm playing on a mod map, I want to play the map that the map maker designed, not like try and make my own. If I wanted to make my own, I'd make my own. Okay, let's see if this will work. Some scriptures seem to have got hold of the game already. I mean, Wobster always will. Wobster... I'm fairly sure Wobster helps Giants design parts of the game. Just doesn't work for them. But to be fair, somebody like Wobster getting the game early, I don't think any player or modder will begrudge him that. Because he does so much to improve the game that it's... Yeah, it's like giving a mod map to Daggerwin early. It's a bit of a no-brainer. You give it to the guys that are going to help you the most. Still going? Yep. What time is it? 6:30. I want to get all the lettuce sold off. Who are you giving out about? I ain't giving out about anybody. I'm saying that somebody like Wobster, who you probably wouldn't recognize the name probably because he tends to be a scripter, but he does an insane amount of scripts that usually end up making it into the game one way or another. I like how I'm actually being really dainty and careful with this forklift. He says, lifting it off its wheels. Yeah, forklift was a good idea, by the way. Because I can bring this up to the sawmill in a second as well, and just stack up the planks there. It's not very Irish? What do you mean it's not very Irish? No, forwards. Too many overlapping keybinds. Okay. Dainty and careful. As he rams too past it, that is dainty and careful for me folding. By my standards, that is a ballerina. Not coming out about something? I complain enough about stuff. Usually, like, how I'm feeling on any given day. Because, like, I've not been having the best day today. And, I'm trying to let it not affect the stream. Can the next one's... Oh, okay. Yes! I want to do one stack here where it's just as many pallets as I can get on top of each other. Which, before anybody says it, yes, that's a stupid idea. Yes, that'll probably affect my frame rate. No, I don't care. I want to see how high I can go. It's probably going to be 3 because I am noticing they're already starting to kind of shift off the end of the pallets. Or off the end of the fork. I wonder if you can lock them on. Kind of neat if you could. I guess by tipping this back you actually can. If it's above 24, if it's above 30, it's very easily playable, Rookie. Yeah, I understand to an extent why people complain about not getting a solid 60, but it's farm sim. Half the fun is seeing how low you can get your frame rate to go. Like, half the fun is overloading physics and watching as it gets more and more angry as you desperately try. I wonder, is this a flight sim mentality where it's like, if it's above a certain number that's much lower than like FPS players want? Because it's usually in the 20s or 30s. Anything above 20 I count as playable. It might be a flight sim mentality. Hey, no a-holes. But like, Alex, do you think it's a flight sim mentality of like anything above 20 is good? Because like anything above 20 in flight sim, you don't really notice too much jank. Once you start getting below 20, then the jank starts appearing big time. You have flight sim locked to 30? I think I've got mine tuned to like hit 40 when there's no clouds. 40 or 50 when there's no clouds. I'm usually hovering at realistic weather in most planes 17 to 25. Battlefield players just... Battlefield, Fortnite and Call of Duty players just going like, how can you even play a game with just 17 frames per second? You need at least 302. And I'm just like, it's flight sim. Eh. Anything above 15 looks reasonably smooth. 15's where the jankery starts setting in. But I do love, like, watching various people react to games, and it's like, this game doesn't go to 60 FPS. Like, why does it? Does it need to? Like, it's farm sim. You're not exactly required to have lightning fast reflexes at all times while farming. Anything below... But CSGO's different. Like, I have a really weird thing where I've got multiple mindsets for games. Farm sim and flight sim get the simulator mindset where it's like, 30 or above is fine. And you can see my frame rate at the top of the screen there. But like, I also occasionally do some sim racing, and then I want the high FPS. Then I care more about FPS than looks. Because, you know, higher FPS in racing games means you actually get a slightly better chance of reacting in time. So, yeah. You kind of have different mindsets for different games. Ooh, no hey-ho, no hey-ho, no hey-ho. That's a good idea, no hey-ho. So that was mildly xenophobic, I guess. Farm Sim's never been... Yeah, Farm Sim's just a game where you hope to get some frames. And I say this as a big fan of Farm Sim. You know, how'd you delete an animal farm? Once you place it, it won't give you the option to sell like other items. Ooh, that's a question I can't answer. That's... I've not mucked about with animals yet, J-Dog. Robert Burns. I really want to get Robert Burns at some point. But I'm terrible at rallying, so... it's probably not the best idea. Right, let's get one. What's the load limit for this? 1.8. So, no a-holes, you reckon get 2 stacked like this. And then... Not mucking about with animals. No, I like mucking about with animals. Go on flights. I might do that I might do that on Saturday, Alex. I'm really enjoying Farm Sim at the moment. I know that it's not your favorite game in the world anymore, but I'm really enjoying Farm Sim, so I'm gonna keep streaming it. I might play some Flight Sim on Saturday. What's the problem with Farm Sim? The FPS. Fortnite can have way more. Paulie, Fortnite isn't having to calculate anywhere near as much stuff as Farm Sim is the long and the short of that answers. Like, Farm Sim is having to calculate not just physics, but also, like, keep in memory to a certain extent what's in certain fields and what's the state of field XYZ, and is field 32 fertilized? Does it have lime? Has it been plowed recently? You know, I see you've planted some wheat there in field 17, but field 17 hasn't been fertilized at all. Also, it's full of weeds, and you've limed, but not really too recently, and it does need to be plowed, so I'm just going to calculate real quick what the yield is currently at for this state of affairs. Yeah, that's the way Farm Sim does it, and doing all of those calculations takes away some FPS. Never mind the amount of physics going on. Oh god, that does not look stable. Mr. Phoner. Long story short, Paulie, Farm Sim has a lot more calculations going on in the background than Fortnite. Historically, it also had a lot of spaghetti code that didn't need to be there. NFTs? Alex, So, they do annoy me, yes, Alex. But there was some research done recently, and 97% of all NFT transactions have involved 10% of accounts, which very much hints that NFTs aren't about art. They're about scamming people and or money laundering. I don't like NFTs. You can slide the forks left and right. You can bring them in and out. You can't bring them fully left or right. No a-holes. And I have been told that this forklift... Is it this one or the other one? The forklifts in Farm Sim are relatively accurate to real life, with just a couple of features missing that you would have in a real life forklift. I think it's this one he drives. Or something similar to this one. But I have been told the forklifts are relatively accurate. Let's get that on top there. No. Reverse, please. Must be just the electric one. It probably is. Like, different forklifts will be able to do different things, so it's comically realistic for one to be able to do something the other one can't. And for the one that can do the extra thing to be more expensive by quite a significant amount. So, what I'm thinking of doing here is, it'll work. But just kind of paying back the loan with this income, and once the loan's paid back, then working towards more fields. You can just, yeah, you can adjust the fork spacing on this one. That's more for if you want to, say, approach these pallets from the sides. Then you bring the forks right in. You can, yeah, you can attack it from the side. Like this is a terrible example. Should really have come from the other side like this. You can see that they are on the forks. Yeah, geez, there is manual shuttle controls, manual gearboxes and whatnot. Don't do it. I've got nothing else to pick up. There is a very good reason I did it that one time. Hey, this thing's really, really heavy suddenly. And really top heavy. I wonder if it's something to do with the fact that I've just got a butt ton of lettuce stacked up at the back. This should be about 8,500. If the other two loads were 4,200 litres. Yeah, it should be 8,000 or so. How we doing here? Let's see. How was my guess? Stop, you idiot. That is 87.20. Nice. Let's actually, what's for sale secondhand currently? I don't want any of those. So let's repay more of the loan. We're at 95,000 in the loan, 75,000 now. What do I want to do now? Yeah, let's actually continue with production chains here, or at least with pallet movements, because I want to just get a good visual on how many pallets the sawmill has produced. Which, by the way, we're now in profit from the sawmill. Effectively. Because we spent 37,000 on this. We spent 40,000 plus on the greenhouses, and we only took out 100,000 loan to buy the sawmill in the first place. So we're definitely in profit from that 100,000 loan. We haven't fully paid it off yet, but we're breaking through here. And we made that 100,000 very quickly, so this save should start accelerating now. So, just as a kind of catch-up for people who might be new, and people who maybe have missed a couple of streams, I have been playing this save completely legitimately, no money cheats, no anything. And the reason I've been doing that is because I had a sneaking suspicion that if I played this legitimately the whole way, once I started getting into production chains, it would start paying off big money very, very quickly. Now, what I didn't know was the greenhouses were the better place to start. I started off with the sawmill. But, you know what? I have mods installed, a-holes. Like, I've got manual attach and whatnot. I'm not using any money cheats. I'm not using anything like that. So I'm not using government subsidy. I'm not using cheat mode. Well, I am using cheat mode, which is why I can run incredibly fast. But I'm not using the commands. I'm not using power tools to up the money artificially. I will be doing that when I'm using mod maps to get a good start going, but then I'll be doing something similar. Because I always kind of think that my internet's terrible. But I always kind of think that the best way to really, really, really get to grips with a new farm sim game, and it's, as a content creator, terrible idea. What I do is terrible. It's not the right way to do it for content. But I take it slowly, because what's the point in trying to do all of the new things at once when you're not really going to learn all that much about them? You can just do one at a time and say, okay, I've got this down pat, move on to the next thing. And I can explain everything that I've done so far, all the new mechanics that I've been using, a lot easier. How much wood is left in this? It should be 18,000 liters. Okay, and we've got 3 pallets and a bit in storage. So this can only lift really 1 pallet at a time, so let's just stack these over here. Let's grab this one. And I am aware that I'm going to have to destack these to put them onto the trailer once it comes time to sell them, but it is just for neatness. I'm going to stack them properly-ish. Just so they're nice and neat and kind of out of the way. This forklift is so maneuverable, it's ridiculous. The turning circle on this is so tight that I kind of have to... I'm finding myself... Ooh! That doesn't sound like it... Didn't seem like it went well. I'm finding myself having to almost plan out turns just so that I'm not spinning endlessly. Let's get this up. And down. Hopefully this will detach. Perfect. Kind of see what I want to see here is how many I can stack on top of each other before the forklift really tops out. Like, I'm fully aware that I'm gonna have to destack these to put them on the trailer anyway, so just getting a nice tall stack on the go kind of makes sense just as a storage thing. Hydrate. That's probably a good idea. Back. Nice. Now that can go... Yeah, I can totally get another pallet on top. Should I sand for hydrate? I should, but I don't know how. Like... I'll look into stuff like that, Brownie. I'm not... Like, I'm okay at streaming. I don't know half of the things I can do with stream elements. I've only swapped to stream elements recently. Basically because the whole recent Streamlabs controversy where they got called out by basically everybody for stealing stuff. Where's the beers? I don't really drink ales. Like, I'll have the very rare beer. Yeah, I moved away from Streamlabs because they're they kept there was a big thing about them, and I was just like, okay, that's enough. Yes, no, I can faff about in the settings later this week. I'm just kind of... Here's the thing. During the week, Monday to Friday, I'm very, very tight on time. There was something I wanted to do with the Massey, and I can't remember what on earth it was. Oh, I remember now. But I could... I'll use the Massey for it because it's faster. How much is the bigger water trailer again? Because I was kind of anticipating the... I mean, it's really the tanker that I want to get, isn't it? Wow. Okay, so these scale up very quickly. Like, I'm already at a point where I'm considering buying a truck. And that's just to deal with the sheer amount of stuff that the greenhouses are putting out. So I'm thinking, as much as I like it, the next logical thing to do is actually replace the baby Fendt with something a bit bigger. And I'm thinking, honestly, something like this, the Zeta Forterra might be a cool idea. Or, like, how much would be... How much is the cheapest John Deere? 99.5, which is about the same. 78.10 might not be the worst idea. Okay, we have cash, therefore we can use this. Right. The... So, I'm thinking we're gonna fill up. Yeah, we're gonna fill up one of the greenhouses right now, and I'm gonna end the stream after that. I'll go look for somebody to send you guys over to, because I'm having a bit of an energy crash. I mentioned a few times I'm having a bad day today. Part of the reason is I've not been sleeping well. I've slept well maybe 3 or 4 times in the last month, and like got what I would call it. Okay, got what I would call enough sleep. So it's stacking up kind of hardcore on me, and I'm thank you, Juan Pablo Montoya. Folding. That's his joke. Don't steal Juan Pablo Montoya's joke. He will call you all sorts. I remember that. I remember that clip folding from as it was at the time, the A1 ring where there was a deer on circuit, and Juan Pablo kept making the "oh dear" joke, and his engineer had no clue what he was trying to do. You're like, yes, it is a deer. yes, Juan Pablo, it is not good. No, oh dear, because it's a deer. Wow. For smart guys, and Formula 1 engineers are smart guys, that guy was a... kind of out of the loop that day. No, I can't fit out of the creek, I've just remembered. Right. Onwards to a different pond, because I'm kind of bored of using the same one all the time. And while I drive, I'll just slow this down to about 10. And tab out. And find... Of course. You know, I should have seen that coming when I mentioned Juan Montoya. The delivery on that joke from... or that joke question was... Bear with. Please hold. Apparently cover life. There are extra letters there that don't need to be. The delivery of that question was so good. I'm going to send you guys over to Twarog, who is also playing FS22. He appears to be in winter. Twarog 68. He's a good guy. He is another Giants bronze partner. I don't have it in my title. I maybe should. But I am a Giants bronze partner. If you want to buy... I tab out and the tractor starts doing this. No. Just stop. Twarog is another Giants partner. He is a very good guy. I'm gonna head on over to him as well. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, assuming I am awake. There is a distinct possibility I might just doze off midday tomorrow at some point. There's that possibility is there basically every day. What? You came back at the wrong time. Sorry, sausages. I'm sending everybody over to Twarog, though. And tomorrow we find out what's behind day 2 of my advent calendar full of chocolate. Get some sleep. I will have a nap after dinner. Don't worry, I have plans. But I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and goodbye. Alex, you may spam.